Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. You are tuned in to Apostle Keith Blanton Ministries, and we're hosting the Wealth Symposium, Wealth and Health Symposium, presented by Apostle Keith Blanton Ministries. Today, some of our speakers that we have in the places, the Cleaning Vessel Decluttering Services, which will actually be talking on topics of health and nutrition with Minister and Pastor Theresa Brown. We have Minister Yvonne Tucker, who will be talking about WellSure Foundation and some of the awesome things going on there, as well as myself, Minister Ivory Brown with Impact Startup Solutions. And so we'll talk about some business strategies and tips. And we also have on the line Apostle Blanton. I can't see on this end, so he will be coming in if he's not on yet, and he will be talking about some of those things with the 501c3 and the church, and so we're super excited. Many of you were with us when we were at the hotels, and with everything going on in this hour, we have been given a way to, still present the Wealth Symposium just as the Lord has given, but making sure that safety is for everyone. And so safety is a key component for everyone. And so we, at this time, will be doing virtual live settings like this until we, are released to go back into the rooms. Amen. And so to get us started, we're going to have our first speaker, Miss Yvonne Tucker, come forth with WellSure Foundation's presentation. Amen.
Amen. So we're going to talk about WellSure Foundation and who we are, what we do, everything we represent and stand for. So hold on to your seats because it's quite a bit. So Foundation, we of all ages, ethnicities, and beliefs programs and resources that empower minds, build character, encourage stability, as well as provide much needed immediate assistance. Our mission is to build and maintain a safe learning environment that empowers positive creativity and enrich people of all ages through innovative education and life-changing resources. WellSure Foundation has 7 main departments that I'm going to do a breakdown so that you can understand what goes where and who does what. So WellSure Foundation's 7 main departments is our Resource and Development Center. We have a Youth Empowerment Zone. We have Comfort Cafe. We have Taking It to the Streets, A Touch of Heaven Transitional Housing, Impact Startup Solutions, and Peculiar Treasure Store. So first we want to talk about the Resource and Development Center. So this is one of our bigger departments because everything is in the Resource and Development Center. You have your credit repair, ex-felon resources, housing leads, job leads, education, financial literacy, and more. So depending on what it is that your situation is, we have 2 resource specialists made available. In fact, even with our website, you can do an intake form where you're able to schedule an appointment either in person or online. Right now, because of the COVID, it'll probably be online. But according to your need, those resources are given. So if you have children and you need some additional resources to help maintain them, or you need extra income for the household, or maybe your credit isn't up to par, or maybe you have some things on your record, whatever the situation may be, our resource department provides the tools needed to help you enhance that part of your life. It's such an awesome department. And one of the things I really love about our Resource and Development Center is if there is something you need that we don't have, that we may not know about, we have excellent resource specialists that go out and get that information and get back to you almost immediately. For example, there are resources that help you bury a loved one. If you don't have any type of insurance or that something has happened, and that was something that wasn't had at first. So when that situation presented itself, the resource specialists were able to go and retrieve proper information, and that information was given. So if you know someone that is in need of assistance, you definitely want to refer them back to WellSure Foundation. We do so much. Forgive me because I'm so excited because I love WellSure Foundation. We do everything, and it's sometimes it's hard to articulate that because it's like You expect people to know, like, we do everything. We do everything. What you need, we got that too. So we help everybody, from the head of the household to the child. So that's where our Resource and Development Center is. Youth Empowerment Zone. I love our Youth Empowerment Zone because it is for children that are ages 8 to 18. And so what we do is we do youth financial literacy, we do job readiness, we even do bullying and peer pressure help, low self-esteem, how to be a sibling. It is an excellent department. I love it because I have so much fun with the different students. I'm one of the instructors for it. And every program is basically designed around the child's needs. We even have a creative arts program where it helps them to grow their gift, their talent, to be an entrepreneur so that they don't have a job-like mindset or think that, to make money, you have to go work for someone else, or they have the wrong foundation and not understand being and not tell. So with this, with the Youth Empowerment Zone, we have a lot of different workshops tailored for the children. We break them up in different groups. We even do peer discussions because, see, one thing about kids is a lot of people talk, 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 but who's listening? And a child has problems as well. A child goes through things, and sometimes as a parent, when you are paying the bills and you feed them, making sure they're clean and clothed, you forget that a kid has a life too. And so some of the things that ail or bother them, you may see as so small, but it can be wrecking their whole world. So with the Youth Empowerment Zone, we have these peer discussions. We talk about it. We make sure that the right influence is in place. That, for example, there's a lot of cyberbullying going on. There's a lot of things going on, in the schools because of, they're stemmed from things that happen in the household. So we make sure the students have a proper understanding of bullying, where it's coming from. They get to understand the bully and the person that's being bullied. And with that, that helps them have enough patience and endurance to make a proper decision on what to do instead of react. So I know one of the things I love in the Youth Empowerment Zone is we teach a bully or someone that's being mean or rude like a cold, and they don't want to catch it. You don't want to catch that cold. So we make sure that they have proper perspective of what's happening, proper perspective of spectators and people that will look to get involved or agitate the situation. So we have a really good time. And even in the midst of the COVID, one of my students actually puts the Snapchat on my phone. Here, I sound like an old lady. The Snapchat, but they put the Instagram and they put the Snapchat on my phone. And I didn't even know that you could call people through Instagram. I've used it for, of course, business matters, but I've never used it for a call or something. And so they are able to call and talk to me through the Snapchat and talk to each other. We're able to do the group settings, and it's so much fun. And so our children love this program. We've had students that have walked 30, 45 minutes, but they couldn't get a ride because they couldn't miss this section. This session that we had. And we had other students call in. They were talking like, oh, you're missing it. You're late. You don't know what's happening right now. Oh, you should see the snacks going on right now. And then we even do with the youth financial literacy. I love it because it gives a kid understanding of responsibility. So it helps to relieve the weight off of the parents that are forced to buy Jordans and the best clothes or have all of these parties. We give the children a job, we give them an allowance, and let them see how to budget it out and let them know, no, you can't call for help. This is what mom has to do. This is what dad has to do. And some of the reactions we get from this, I just love it because you never know what a kid is going to do or what a kid is going to say. And so they get to understand budget, they get to understand income, they get to understand entrepreneurship, and it gives them to understand, okay, so maybe this is why mom always does it this way and why mom says it this way. We had a session where they were able to build a party, and we gave them a budget and we gave them options. And so it took more than just looking at the finances. They had to, use intellect and make a decision based off wisdom. And it was so much fun because they were all like helping each other and engaging each other. So one kid said, I'm going to keep all the money and I'm going to have a party at the house. He said, for 50 people, That's like $50 on your toilet, dude. That's like, and he was like, oh no, wait. He said, you're gonna have to do all those dishes too. He's like, oh yeah, because you know your mom is gonna do all that. You got enough parking for all those people? He said, well, I guess when you, okay, so let's reroute it. But they have so much fun, and they get to see their spending, and so they even get to do a budget. They even get to do a budget of, how they'll spend their own funds and finances. So for clothes and shoes they want, we had a young lady that was willing to almost go on a fast for a week for some Gucci flip flops. And she realized, I gotta eat. So she realized the importance of these shoes. And so, it begins to relieve the pressure off of the household. So these programs are very helpful. The kids love it. We love it, and even when they have our contact information so that when things happen, where they can't reach a parent or they can't reach something, they can message us on Snapchat or Instagram, or they can call us so that we can prevent a school shooting or a fight that doesn't need to take place. And it's an awesome thing. We love them. They love us. It's an excellent program. At the end of this, I'm going to give information. So if you would like to enroll your child into this program, you can. So next up, we have Comfort Cafe, where all of our delicious meals come from for all of our programs. Now, at this time during the COVID, we're not hosting any programs in person. So, of course, that part is on hold until everything lifts. But once that does lift and when that is up and in operation, it is a wonderful program. Everyone within our kitchen has completed a nutrition program, and they have a certification in nutrition. So the meals that you get are not just delicious, but they help. They help, and I'm gonna let her cover that part of that there, because that's not my department. But that's all I'm gonna give you about the Comfort Cafe thing, and we're gonna go over into the next department. Taking it to the streets. Oh, we love doing taking it to the streets because so many people need help. They can't get to you. So what are you gonna do? Leave them out? No. Taking it to the streets is when we take the resources, we take the food, we take the clothes out to the people. And so with our Taking It to the Streets team, we go out in different areas, Illinois as well as Indiana, and we make sure that we give everybody the help that they need. One of the things with the COVID that some haven't thought about, I know sometimes it's easy to think about stuff. I can't go here, I can't go there. We're not doing this, we're not doing that. Imagine someone homeless. They used to go to a church because they didn't want to be outside. Imagine shelters being booked when other, amenities were available that are not now. They can't go to a restaurant and sit there until it closes now because the only thing open is a drive-through. They can't do a lot of different things that were made available because it's not now. Yeah. So with Taking It to the Streets, we're able to take available resources to the people. I'm going to go over another department where we can talk about where some of these things come from, but that includes coats, hats, gloves, scarves for the wintertime, or just clothes, essential things you need. One of the things about the Resource Development Center that I didn't make mention of is the clothes. If you get a job interview, we make sure that you have the clothes you need to land that position, to land that job, to keep that opportunity. These are things that come with that. And so even with those that don't have a job that needs a clean change of clothes, we make sure that we take those in toiletries, deodorant, hand sanitizer, cleansing wipes, toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash. We take all of those things out to the people so that they can utilize and have those things, and they don't pay for them. Those things are just freely given to them. So we're going to go over to the next department. And transitional housing. So this is emergency shelter for women and children. And, what this is for is not just a shelter where somebody just has a place to stay or a lounge, but when transitional housing doesn't just transform the situation, but it helps to transform the person. You have to be able to take those experiences with you so that you can be able to maintain a household and a family yourself. finances, your budget, understand how to clean yourself properly, clean the home, how to budget and being able to balance everything so that you're not put back into a situation where you have to go back into a shelter, back into a transitional home, or help someone else. And then you'll have the discernment on how to help someone else. It's so easy to see a friend and they need a place to stay. Oh man, come on, you come stay with me. And then things get a little uncomfortable because there's no discipline, there's no plan of action in the way, so they're just staying there and they're just eating your food and your bills are going up and they're not adding to your bills and it's more of a debt and you don't understand, okay, we need to set up a plan of action. Okay, this is how we need to look for jobs. You don't have a car, okay, we need to look for a bus route. We need to look for a train. Okay, you don't have the financing to go to that. Okay, let's see where we can get the finances or programs that'll help you get to work because they're out there. And so this transitional housing program helps you to clean up your credit. This program helps you, like I said, it helps you there's mentorship classes. It helps you to be a better parent. It helps you to be a better person. It helps you to be able to have the proper perspective to make decisions that are needed to make. And so with this transitional housing program, it's an excellent program that you definitely will want to be a part of if you need that help. One of the things I love about it is that it's not like your traditional shelter. And I'm not in traditional shelters because it takes a lot to run a shelter. It takes a lot, and you have so many different personalities and so many different people coming in. Sometimes you become like that parent that's looking like, look, my main focus is to make sure you have a roof over your head, clean clothes on your back, and food in your mouth. But it takes so much more. And so the difference between a touch of heaven transitional housing and your traditional housing is there are goals and markers made. There is things that the person that's in this transitional housing has to meet in order to qualify to be in this housing and to stay in it. But it helps to build up, once again, the character, build up the credit, build up everything that is needed so that you can go forward successfully. And so, once again, at the end of this program, I will be giving out that information for it. And then there's Impact Startup Solutions, where that's not my department either. So I'm gonna let Minister Brown go over that at the appointed time as well. Well, it is my department, but I'm gonna let Minister Brown, which is the head of that department, go over it and give better breakdowns of it. Amen. Next up, Peculiar Treasures Store, where everything is a treasure. Yes, everything. Peculiar Treasure Store used in new items that are sold. The best way I can explain Peculiar Treasure Store is it's more so like our fundraiser. The store is where people come in and they make a purchase, and those purchases go towards every department we talked about. The Taking It to the Streets team that's giving out the free food and the resources, the Comfort Cafe. It goes to our youth empowerment zone. There's so many different departments that it helps power and source everything. Because we live off of not just donations, but with this, I'm so excited, you all. But with our store, people are able to come in and get a triple fold blessing. What do you mean by triple fold? They're able to feed the homeless and get a purse at the same time. They're able to put shoes on their feet and somebody else's feet with one purchase. They're able to get something for their household and meet the need of somebody else. So that purchase is also, they're able to write that off as a donation. So that's what I mean by the triple fold. They get help, they help somebody else, and they're able to write that off. So it's an excellent thing because it's a donation. People have a need. And so to meet that need, we have our store that not only meets the needs of people that come in and purchase, but those that come in and retrieve the resources. Another great, awesome thing about the store is there are consignment deals that are available. So if you are a business owner and you have particular products and deals or services that you provide, you can meet with our store manager and we can set up a space for you to be able to sell your product out of our store. That way, I mean, tons and tons and tons and tons of traffic. Because with our location, we're by a wonderful train. I like to call it the money train because it's going to stop you dead in your tracks and you're able to come in and shop and shop and shop. And we're by so many different locations where people come in and they're able to shop and shop and shop and shop. Some people come in so consistently, it's like a first name basis and you just ring them up. But it's an awesome thing because they know that they're helping someone else. But our store has more than just physical locations. So I want to go over our online store because we have something we call Peculiar Treasures Mall. And so with the mall, you can not only purchase things online. I love the mall because your business is also able to be put on the mall. Yes, 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 yes. Your business is able to be placed on the mall. So you know what that means? Everybody's coming to our mall for everything. You need a job, you're coming on the mall because you have access to our foundation. Each department is on this mall as well. So if you need a job, you're coming to the mall. Youth Empowerment Zone, you're coming to the mall. If you're looking to purchase things from the store, you're coming to the mall. You're coming for Impact Startup Solutions, you're coming to the mall. We are partnered with so many different corporations and individuals there where their people come to the mall and purchase and buy. So there's consistent traffic. Boom, 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 boom. Because whatever it is you need, you're coming to this mall. Intake form, volunteering, you're coming to the mall. So with this mall, we're able to upload your products and you're able to have a 24-hour store. You're able to have purchase, you're able to have people it's like having your own website in a sense. So when people come to the mall, they're able to purchase from you. So you're making money in your sleep. It's such a wonderful sound. We can hear the cha-chings, the ching-chings, and you wake up to your phone notifications and you see all that money that's been put into the account. That's what it's like. So the mall is excellent, and you'll be able to talk with Impact Advertising, which I represent as well. But we'll be able to go over the intimate details of that with you. We provide all of the graphics. We provide everything, the updating of everything that's needed. So for every season, you got something different that's being posted and put. So what are you doing? It's a triple fold thing because not only are you able to get a write-off for this mall, but you're making money for your business and you're not having to do all the work. When you run a business, some people run a business and it's an excellent business. Everybody knows about this business, but they don't have all the hands-on help they need to effectively run that business. And so with having a space within the mall, that's one less hand you're able to have, but it's still generating the revenue that's needed for your business to keep pushing, for your business to keep growing. We have lots of different packages made available for you to become part of that mall, and I'll go over that as well. One of the last points I want to go over is what WellSure Foundation has done for me personally. It's one thing to tell you about a service and refer it to you because, oh, I know the people there, but it's another thing to, actually experience having those helps. So 10 years ago, maybe 11, my daughter's almost 12. Okay, so almost 11 years ago, when I came into the ministry, I came in totally broken. I was overweight. I had just gotten a healing from the Lord because I was sick. I didn't have any income. My credit was so bad. My cash was questionable. It was like a terrible situation. No car, no child support income. I'm single. I was a single parent doing it all, by myself. And it was a lot. It was a lot because, this is my only child. I never really taken care of a child 24/7. It's one thing to babysit nieces and nephews and be able to play with them, give them back. But it's another thing to actually raise a child and do it on your own. So when I came in, the Lord began to deliver me and break things off of my life that I didn't even know was there. And that part was done throughout the ministry. But the foundation began to establish a lot of help that was needed. They provided the transitional housing because I didn't have any place to stay. I was in a home that had no lights, no gas, no water. So a cooler can only hold so much food, and then it mess over some food. I can't tell anybody because they'll take my kid, and there was a lot going on. So transitional housing was able to bring us. We were able to have the utilities that we needed. Food. It took a lot of stress and strain off of my family. And so not only did I receive the transitional housing, but I was able to receive counsel and the assistance that was needed to obtain child support from the father. And so now there is there is an income generated to help support my daughter. That was established through WellSure Foundation. And then not only did that come about, but there was a job opportunity that was made available to me once again through WellSure Foundation. And so when that job opportunity came, the Lord had blessed me through my pastor and his cousin, and the ministry base gave me a car. And so now I had a vehicle, now I had a stream of income for my daughter, and now I'm able to work. The foundation also provided childcare services for me so that my daughter had a place while I worked. And she wasn't just, watched, well, hey, sit down, where she was played with. She was taught things. And so oh, hallelujah. I'm Yvonne the third. So I have places where they have to arrest me because they said you're deceased, because my grandmother is deceased, but my mother's still alive. Then I went to some places where they said, you got too much debt here. It's like, how am I have 3 houses and a boat at 3? Look at the numbers, please. And so all of that was able to be straightened out through WellSure Foundation so that our credit was able to be separated. It wasn't looking like I was deceased here and, having debt there and certain things. All of that was straightened out. And so I became a qualified purchaser. It feels real good to be a qualified purchaser. So many times you go places and they love on you real good, especially going to a dealership. They love on you real good. Then they look at your credit. They treat you like a stinky pair of drawers. We'll get back with you. Hey, sir, how you doing? But when you're a qualified purchaser, opportunities are made available to you. You are able to call the shots. You are able to have a choice where instead of them pushing something on you, like, this is your situation, so this is what you can have and this is what you can do. That's it. No, when you're a qualified purchaser, you have choices. And then you get to call the shots, and there's more made available to you. So I thank God for that. Not only that, but I also was on antidepressants because there was so much going on. And so I was delivered from having to take those antidepressants all the time. And the foundation helped me to be able to mature myself even as a lady. I was able to learn how to, hustle a little bit harder to maintain my finances for my household. I was able to learn how to clean properly, what things to use on my body, on my clothes, with my child. Because sometimes as an adult, you want to share things with the baby because, I love the baby and we bath with the baby, and there's some things you can't put on that baby. And so there was a lot of help that was given. My daughter was sick consistently. And, I almost lost her a few times. And there were things that the doctor couldn't even figure out that was given to me through the ministry side, but resources to be able to keep her in that place came from the foundation. So we were able to get clothes, shoes, toiletries, because we had nothing. We were able to get school uniforms, school supplies. We were able to get everything that we were needed, as well as the mindset and resources to maintain having it. And so now, fast forwarding 10 years later, I have my own vehicle. I have my own place that the Lord continuously maintains. My credit, I'm still a qualified purchaser, and I'm a business owner now. So now I'm not just, working somebody's job. I am a business owner that's able to provide opportunities to employees. And